That's it. I believe. Hopefully we'll all be live right now, which is a technical challenge there, which we love. We love a technical challenge. We love a technical challenge. Hopefully I will appear myself on the screen here any second now, because there I am. I'm going to come back into shot. I'm going to come into shot. There I am. No, I'm not there. I'm almost there. There I am. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for bearing with me through that little technical challenge we had there this morning. It is amazing to be here. Listen, we have launched the 10-week Summit Challenge. Yes, that's right. Football is not coming home. It is not coming home. How many of you thought, oh, you know what, I've had enough of the football? Enough was enough. I don't know about you. I was tired yesterday watching that game against England, Croatia, but I had to complete it because I set my goal to watch the World Cup final. But it was like pulling teeth, because I just felt like, oh, I put so much energy into it coming home, and it hasn't come home. But you can come home. Over the next 10 weeks, how about you win your own World Cup? What would you like to achieve in the next 10 weeks? And in fact, you can do us a favor right here, right now. Share this post. Share this post. Every Monday for the next 10 weeks, I'm going to show up for you as your coach. Coach Cohen. Look at me as someone like Gareth Southgate or Didier Deschamps, the French coach, or just look at me as someone who's going to be the coach that's going to take you from where you are to where you want to be. This is where we are today, right? This represents today, and we are going on the Summit Challenge. So the Summit is up here. You are going to win your own World Cup. We are going to go up together. And this is what's going to happen, right? This is the summit, the top of the mountain here. In 10 weeks' time, this is what we're going to do together. This is here today. And for the next 5 days, I'm going to show up every day, free live broadcasts. What would you do if you were paying £1,000 for this coaching, right? What would you do if you just say, here's £1,000 for me to be coached by you every day for the next 5 days, and then every week, every Monday, and then in 5 weeks' time, we'll do another 5 days of free coaching, and then we'll build all the way up to 10 weeks, to the 22nd of September, Saturday, the 22nd of September. What difference would that make to your enthusiasm, to your commitment? Look, here we go. This is what we're going to do. This is today, this is tomorrow, this is the next day, right? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to show up. And this week, we are focusing on this area here, will power. This is what I'm going to be teaching you this week, the science of self-control, the science of discipline, willpower. This willpower outpredicts IQ. What does that mean? You could be the most intelligent person on the planet and know a whole load of stuff, but without willpower, you might as well forget it. I'm going to teach you this week. I'm going to give you the best information and then give you the opportunity to apply what you learn. Show me some hearts right now if you're fired up and excited. If you know what you want to achieve in the next 10 weeks, tell us right now. And Jerry, who's on the computer here, you can post that up. What do you want to achieve in the next 10 weeks? This could be unbelievably awesome. You can win your own World Cup. Well, forget the World Cup, but you could still win your own, right? This is the top of the summit. This is you. You probably can't see that at the top of this picture, but it doesn't matter. This is where you are going. This is the 22nd of September. This is it. This is you. We are going to do something that you have never done before in your life, or if you have done it before in your life, you're now going to do it better. This is your opportunity to win your own World Cup. You will see a link below. You can go and download this. It's just 2 pages. That's all it is. Just 2 pages. We've called it the My365 Summit Challenge because of a big event that we have in London on the 22nd of September that you're all invited to, where you can showcase, if you can come, you can showcase your success. It's just 2 pages. We'll take a look at that at the moment. So I think I need to take a deep breath, have a little sip of my coffee. Not that I need coffee. This is your opportunity to shine. This is your opportunity to rewrite history. How many of you, if I was going to ask you, how do you feel? Look, in companies, there is something called institutional blindness, where lots of companies really, maybe they don't care, but they also don't realize how do people genuinely feel about who they are and what they're doing. And in most cases, people don't feel valued. In many cases, they don't really love the job that they do. And until organizations really look to address that, I don't think organizations are ever going to get to where they possibly could go. And it's the same with us, to really recognize, well, you know what, how do I actually really feel? In fact, the origins of how are you are very biblical, and we're not here to be biblical, not right now, maybe another time, but meaning how are you with God? Now, we're not going to talk about God, we're going to talk about you. How are you with yourself? And I think for most people, they just feel like a little bit of a loser. How many times in your life have you tried to achieve things and you thought, you've set some goals, and you know what, in 10 weeks, I'm going to lose some weight. Of course, it's challenging if it's the summer holidays for a lot of people, or, in 10 weeks, I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to do this and finish it. You set off with great intentions, enthusiastic, yay! And then all of a sudden, within a few days, your enthusiasm literally went down the back stairs and out the back door, and it was gone. And you thought, I just don't feel like it. No more. No more. This is your chance to prove to yourself what you are truly capable of doing. And all you need to do, what I would encourage you to do as your coach, is just to do exactly as I ask you to do. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that is complicated or difficult. It might be a little bit challenging, but not too much. We're going to focus on maybe one thing or two things, maximum three things that we will get you to do consistently over the next 10 weeks. So this will be the end of week 1. Then we'll go together for week 2. Then we've got week 3, week 4, week 5. We're going to do another 5 days of free broadcast. Every other week, we will do a broadcast here at the beginning of every week, Monday, 7 a.m., just for you as we build up and up and up to the summit, to the top of the summit where you have achieved your goal or whatever your goal is. So today, take some time to think about what you would like to achieve. I think there's 3 big areas that you might want to look at and maybe think, pick one area out of the 3. So the 3 big areas that most people set goals in are their health, right? Is your health important? Does your health matter? Well, just notice what happens when you don't feel well or you've had poor health. You know how important it is. The next area I believe that is really important are things like your family, your friends, setting goals around that. And then the other one is your work or your service, what you do for a living. So maybe pick one of these areas and think, well, where would I like to be in 10 weeks' time? Where would I like to be? Of course, I'm a big fan of this one, a massive fan of, your health, because I believe that once your health is better, you've got more energy, more vitality. Everything is so much easier. But we're also going to be looking, and this is the key thing, helping you set the goal. And then tomorrow, we'll really start looking at, okay, the willpower. What is the willpower? Willpower is like the battery on your smartphone. So the battery on my smartphone right now is 100%. Why? Because it's actually being charged by a separate battery. Because I use my phone so much, I need this. I need to back myself up. And that's what you need. You need to back yourself up with willpower. Willpower outpredicts IQ. What does this really mean? It means every day, and willpower can be taught, and it's something we should be teaching everybody, because it is the queen of all virtues. Now, let me ask you this question. As your friend, as your coach, let me ask you this question. Who would you be? How would your life be different if you achieved this goal? How would your life be different? And it's important that you think about this. Unfortunately, now we live in a world where we want everything done for us. And when you ask questions like this, people have to go, you mean I actually have to think? You mean I actually have to take a little bit of a moment to actually use my brain power? Yeah, you do. Because the only way this is going to happen is by action. Action. And the hardest thing to do is just get started, but it's much easier to get started where you've got a big reason. You think, yeah, this is why I want this. This is my why. And when you've got the why, it makes developing the will easier. It's just fascinating because most people are driven to their goals because they don't like where they are. They are fed up. They are frustrated with this situation that they're in. The classic one is someone who's overweight. It's like they're so sick of being overweight because they're out of breath. They can't put their clothes on. They see a picture of themselves and they think, I hate this and are driven to move away from it. But the danger is when they get comfortable, just that little bit comfortable, that they often give up and go back. The easiest thing to do is give up. The hardest thing to do is just get started. I'm going to show you how to get started every single day. Just get started, just get started, just get started. And we're going to make you flipping fantastic. I almost swore there. But we're not only going to help you be driven away, we're going to get you to be driven towards. And this is where I'll encourage all of you just to get a little bit excited. Why not? I mean, you could put on the news and you could see how excited you could be about watching the news, or you could get excited by what I'm about to explain to you right here, right now. I've spent years and years looking for answers. I want to find the answers to help people be the very best that they can be. I want to help you get to the summit in 10 weeks in the best shape you've been in, mentally, physically, emotionally, and then maybe the next 10 months, maybe the next 10 years of your life are just so much better because you tap in to the power that you have within you. You tap into that power, but you recognize that you need to achieve goals. We are teleological. We need to work towards things. And this is why, and this is what I have seen for years and years and years, there is a gap between where we are here and where we want to be. And if we don't fill in that gap, this is where depression, anxiety, sadness, and worry, and doubt, or lack of confidence, they can just literally manifest like you would not believe. But once we start working towards something, especially something that's important, when you start to feel worried, depressed, anxious, you just think to yourself, hang on a second, hang on. Listen, this is far more important than just what I'm feeling in this moment. Now, I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but there is nothing better in life than what we call flourishing or just achieving. The achievement habit. I want to help you achieve and be successful. And the real reason, I don't want to go too deep into this part of, but let me just tell you, the reason we don't like working towards something is we don't like failing. Because when we fail, we feel self-conscious. We don't want other people to see that we've failed. So what we often do is we fail to actually start because we don't want to look bad, or I didn't get the result that I wanted. What we have to work together on is, everyone say this to me: failure is awesome. Just say this, say it with me. Failure is awesome. You wouldn't believe the challenges that Jerry and I and a couple of other people have had in just making everything work here. Things going wrong, but they're awesome. They didn't necessarily seem awesome right at the time, but it's almost like we had to go through this to get this and this and this for it to work. Say it with me. Failure is awesome, because with failure, you do have an opportunity to learn. It's how you learn to walk. It's how you learn everything, by getting it wrong. And that's what I want to help you to do. We're going to help you be incredible. What I'm asking you to do today is to do something. Don't say I'll do it later. Do it as soon as you can. If you don't have a printer, find someone who does, or just go and look at it and write down what's on here. What I'm asking you to do is, what is my goal for the 22nd of September? What is my goal? It might be something like, I want to, I don't know, lose 14 pounds in weight. I want to build my self-confidence. It might be a specific outcome. I want to pass my driving test. I don't know, whatever it is. I want to start writing my book. Anything that you think, this is a goal. I want this in 10 weeks. I want to DIY a room in my house. It could be a few things, but please pick one thing that does fire you up, that is achievable in the next 10 weeks. And then the next question is, well, why? Why do you want this? And I promise you this, the bigger your why, one of the big whys should be, you just want the feeling. You want the feeling of proving to yourself that you showed up every single day. You want to be able to look back and go, I did that. Have you ever tidied up your house or tidied the garden or something and look back at the end and just go, I did that. You see, what's so interesting about the World Cup is everyone put their energy and focus into something which they couldn't control. And it was fun and it was great. But the reason it was so amazing to me is everyone wants something to believe in. Everyone something to work towards. And that's what we can do together. And I believe we will. And I believe over the next 10 weeks, some of the things you guys will achieve are amazing. And I would love to celebrate that with you on the 22nd of September in London. You can find out about the My365 Summit. It's the event of the year. And in fact, put this date in your diary. This Wednesday at 4 p.m., I'm doing a podcast with one of our speakers at the event, Patty Dolbanowski, and we're going to be talking about how to win the game of life. Life is a game. This is a game. Imagine this was a game. Why do you play a game? You play a game because you want an outcome, right? You want to win. But what we have to do is help you develop the rules so that you can win. And you play the game well, because all you've been doing in your life is doing the best that you can. But you know what? Some people in life do what they do until they know better. And when they know better, they do better. This is your opportunity. What is failure? Failure is awesome, Pete. It absolutely is. Now, everyone, tell me, what do you want to achieve in the next 10 weeks? Tell us right now, what do you want to achieve? Let's get everyone to start sharing that. If you want to find out about the summit, which you're welcome to come to, click on the link. Below in this post, and let's see what you guys want to achieve. Good morning to all of you that are watching this. Jonathan Reese is watching this. Chris Leek, Stefan Blom, Wendy Hutton is watching. Joanne Gibbons. What do you want to achieve in the next? What do you want to achieve? Come on, in the next 10 weeks. My challenge is a consistency to exercise 4 times a week. I feel stuck, unable to do much. I'm 5 stone overweight. Okay, so what is really important for you, Claire, is to think about where you want to be. What would that be like in 10 weeks' time? We've got this amazing opportunity. Better Fitness, Wendy Hutton, complete her PT course. Let's do this. Everyone, show some hearts if you see what someone has written down and go, yes, that's amazing. Not, oh, they're not. I hope they don't achieve it because I want that. Let's celebrate. What does everyone want to do this? Yvonne O'Hara to finish masterclasses. Some of our masterclasses, fantastic. What else do you want to achieve? Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Penny Morehouse wants to lose 14 pounds in the next 10 weeks. Is that possible? Of course it's possible. Listen to this. Thank you for this. It's Desi Willoughby, complete her NLP course. Listen. Who's listening? Listen, this is really important. Really, really, really important. Listen, are you listening? Show me some hearts if you're listening. In fact, I'm not gonna share this. I'm not gonna say this. Create a productive structure to my day. Susie, do it. Nicola, my 365 morning, lose weight. What do you want to do? Face my fear of public speaking. Come on, complete my Pilates course. Come on, this is so exciting. What else do you want to do? Develop core fitness, working on that. You can do this. You can do this. All you got to do is write it down first of all and show up every single day. I will help you. I will support you. I can't do it for you. I can't. And I wouldn't want to do it for you, because if I did it for you, you wouldn't have the wonderful sense of achievement that you did something. So here it is. Listen. You are all, show me some hearts. Keep sharing me these hearts, please. Everything you're saying right now, everything that you are saying is an idea. Yes? Just think of it. It's just an idea. I've got an idea. For me, it's much more than an idea. Much, much more than an idea. It's something that is yours. Once you can see something, you can connect to it. You know what? I was reading about Oprah Winfrey yesterday. I was reading about Thomas Edison. I was reading about Dr. Seuss, people who you might have heard of. Do you know how many times these people failed? But they had an idea of something that they wanted to do. If you could start to see the idea as a gift, something that is being generated and created in your brain, if you can see it that way, I would say to you, that, my friends, is real. And the reason that this gap here for some of you is so big is because so many times in your life, you've been given an idea and you haven't made it happen. Now, if that is not one of the most profound things you've ever heard in your entire life, I'm out of here. If that doesn't interest you and fire you up and go, Pete, you know what? I've never thought of it like that. This is your chance, your opportunity to show yourself what you are capable of doing, for you to win your own World Cup. This is no joke. What is this costing you? Nothing. If you're one of our elite members, then it does cost something. But if that isn't for you at this time, fine. Just show up for the next 10 weeks. I will show up every single day for you, every day this week, then every week for 5 weeks on a Monday. Then in 5 weeks, I will do another 5 days of free broadcasts just for you, building up to the 22nd of September. That is when the 10 weeks ends. And if you want to come to our event and celebrate your success, go and click on the link, the My365 Summit, and see what the summit is all about. This is the journey that we're on. What is your biggest takeaway from what I've shared with you today? Let me, all of you, start to share your biggest takeaway from today. Again, we can share this, we can bring it up on the screen. This is it. What I'd like you to do, print off this, go and find out about the summit if you want to. The next thing I want you to do is think about what you want in maybe any of these areas, and think about why. And then when you think about the why, what people often start seeing is what they want a bit more clearly. And the more clearly you see it, the more you might want it. Now, if you think about this, the reason your enthusiasm in the past has gone out the back door is you haven't fanned the flame of what you're trying to do. The flame just goes out. So let me show up here every day for you, so to help you fan the flame. So this becomes an uncontrollable force. And what could you do today? What's one thing that you could do today? One thing that you could do today. One thing that would move you in the direction you want to go. It might be to set the intention, write this, print this out. So, what do you want? Why do you want it? On the back of here, it says, what are some of the obstacles? Really interesting to start thinking about that. We'll draw them out tomorrow. What are the obstacles that are coming? The obstacles are coming. And one of the biggest obstacles is what you could say to yourself. Then I'll help you develop a plan to overcome your obstacles. I've got to get in my car right now and drive to Slough. I should have actually gone earlier this morning, but I wanted to be able, rather than film from my car, I wanted to be here. Who's actually watching here? Are you watching me? Are you listening to me? Are you? You don't have to listen to me, but we're not mucking about here. We will have some fun. We're here for one reason. I am showing up here for you. Whoever you are, I am here for you. And I don't believe you'll ever find anyone in the world who will show up for me like I will show up for you in a coaching capacity. And if there is someone else out there like that, you are so lucky to have two people. Maybe you have three, I don't know. Thank you for watching. What's your biggest takeaway? Biggest takeaway, failure is awesome. Thank you very much. Caroline Stammers, need to start moving forwards, not just a plan to do it. This is real. This is so, so real. What else? Anybody else? Plan and don't fear. Fear is awesome. You're right, Julia. Andrea, go print it today. Who else is watching this? Do my training video at the gym today. Wendy, do it. Do it. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are flipping awesome. Why am I here? I am here for you. Let's win our own World Cup. I will see you. I will be in London tomorrow. I won't have all of this behind me here. I'm excited. I am very, very, very excited. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm history.